Nope, that's all the way up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know sometimes my mic is kind of messed up, so I don't really know if the sound is okay. I do appreciate lurkers, but it would be more helpful if you said something. Also, my webcam is broken. Like my separate camera is broken, so I gotta use the laptop camera. So of course it's not as good of quality, but it'll do. You can hear it? Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, so it's registering again. So it was working. Um, it's just the cord I have is really finicky. So if it just is not positioned in the right way, it doesn't work. I'm so happy you're here. I thought everyone forgot about me. No, it's been a long time. I was saying this at the beginning of the stream that like, or maybe I wasn't. I don't know. I've been missing it. I don't have a setup anymore. So I just haven't been streaming. I tried it for a little bit, but it wasn't it. But I'm in my old spot this week, so I'm like, nope, okay, just froze. So yeah, I'm gonna light some incense. Oh, thank you. I think of you guys all the time. I'm like, I abandoned my friends. I miss them. I love my internet friends. Hmm. Hmm. This lighter seems to be dead. I wanted to light this candle too. It's a really cool candle. I'm pretty sure a friend of mine sent this from her shop. Space Dust LA is no longer, it's like internet only. It's not in store anymore. But it smells pretty good. Really fresh. And it's got like the crystals on the top. So it's little ghouls. Yeah, it's a $26 candle from years ago. Not even since things got bad. That's crazy. And I love it and I appreciate it. Like I said, it was a gift. I would, that's a really nice gift. I don't know what this is. Oh, tropical tea. I don't remember where I got this from. Yeah, light bulb full of tea. That's cool. It smells like it's maybe not doing what it's supposed to do. So here's the thing. I have more lighters, but I feel really awkward getting them because you might end up seeing my whole ass if I do. Just because of where they are. I should have checked before I committed to this one. Oh wait, I have one right here. Look back at it. Okay. Sorry. Nice. Okay, back to our irregularly scheduled program. Cool. Incense lit. Candle lit. The boys are back in town. Hallelujah. I should throw this out. I feel so bad. So, I've been thinking about my guilty pleasures lately. And once upon a time, my guilty pleasures were like One Direction, you know? But then I realized we have things that we should be way more guilty about than the things that we like. For example, my guilty pleasures are, unfortunately, vaping. Back on the vape train. I don't know why. I quit for so long and then picked it back up. Vaping. Because it's batteries and it's plastic and it's like, sure, it's doing damage to my lungs, and yes, it's an addiction, but above all, it's wasteful to the environment, and I feel really guilty about that. Other guilty pleasures, pickles in a pouch. Pickles come in glass jars. You cannot get more sustainable than that. You know what I mean? But I go for the ones in a plastic bag. So unnecessary, but so delicious. I love them. I don't know if I'll quit. You know what I mean? Um, Stuff like that. Guilty pleasures. Disposable lighters. Another guilty pleasure. You know? Another guilty pleasure. Um, I got lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. Like a bubble wand. I actually got this bubble wand at Pride last year. I don't think I've used it ever once. I think it probably needs batteries. They gave us a whole kit. Bubbles and everything. Free from the Jim Beam booth. It also wasn't Pride last year. It was a few years ago. But I got it free at Pride, along with a bucket hat. You were only supposed to pick one, but I went around twice. Hey! Oh my god, all my friends are here! Well, not all of them. I shouldn't say that, because I have so many Twitch friends that I've been missing. Just warming up, getting used to the stream again. I was worried, or when I thought about streaming before, I was like, man, I don't even know how I used to like talk for 6 hours straight. Like, what? And now I've become kind of quiet. You know, I think it's like environment, people, where I'm just not as openly myself anymore. Dom! I know. Did you get a new the king is back. That makes me so happy. Did you get a new Twitch account? It says you're first time chatter and you are not. You used to have no underscores? What happened to your old Twitch account? What did you do? Um cool. Cool. Gang's all here. Kind of. Oh, okay. Well, welcome back. Glad you're here. Mr. Weird, I don't know if you're still here, but I am curious because I think you're the well, Dom, you stream sometimes, right? You stream music. What do you guys use to stream? Oh god, that's the worst. Um, you can pay for no ads on Twitch now. It's $12 a month. I'm like, that's kind of crazy, dude. Um, oh damn. You don't stream, okay. I thought like sometimes you join other people's streams because you were making the song, right? You guys did like a little competition for making a song or something. I don't know. I thought you streamed. Um, I'm trying to figure out I'm using OBS right now, but it's very complicated. And I know that like I should learn. Hey, I should learn how to do this stuff. I always told myself that. I streamed for what, like 2, 3 years and just like never got good at the technology aspect. And that's on me. That's on me for sure. Um, I should. It's so hard to use. I want to use Twitch Studio Beta so bad, but it just doesn't work anymore. I don't know if they did something. You do use OBS? Damn, dude. I think everybody uses OBS. Um, Twitch streaming is so much more forward, but the app just won't open. And I just don't know why. I've been trying it for months. I've been on OBS for a while. I was saying this earlier, but my mic may have been muted and you guys weren't here yet. But I had like a skin on here, so it at least looked cool. And then it just like crashed out and I can't use the skin anymore. And now it looks kind of dumb. And last year, it was literally like a year ago, almost to the day, I accidentally. So I was getting my laptop fixed. I have a touch screen. The screen broke, and I had insurance at the time, or warranty or whatever. So fixing it was free, and I was told, yeah, I was told that I should back up all my files before I sent it in to get fixed, just in case, because they don't want to be liable, I guess. So they like told me to do that. So I bought a USB, I'm at Best Buy, I buy USB. I start putting all of my documents on the USB. And then I realized it was like copying the hardware stuff. So I was like, oh, let me start over. Deleted everything off the USB. In turn, I deleted everything off my computer. Okay, fam. It's cool. Years of memories, months of work, everything. Everything that was on my laptop got deleted. I cried in the Best Buy. I don't give a fuck. I cried. It was very upsetting. I've lost all my documents so many times in my life. I don't know. It's just probably a little bit of bad luck. My mom always says, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. And I'm like, I hate that. And then I'm like, ah. So it's sad. So I lost everything. So I don't like have pictures that I can make the background. I could probably transfer some from my phone or whatever, but I don't know. Um, it's very depressing, very depressing. Because I had it all customized on Twitch, but then when I re-downloaded Twitch, because I deleted that too, it never worked again. So upsetting. And OBS is like, I know. I was literally backing it up. Like that's literally what I was doing. I was creating the backup, and I deleted everything. Like, damn, no winning. I didn't realize that when you move it to the USB, it takes it off your computer. That doesn't seem normal. I thought I was making a copy. I didn't think, whatever. So, what are you gonna do? I didn't do anything. They were like, you might be able to pay someone to recover it, but there's a chance it won't get recovered. And I said, fuck it, start over. Tough, really tough. Um, Even if it was like a lot of selfies or whatever. Yeah, of course we want to see your little project. Sorry I never finished our project. I think I got self-conscious and I just abandoned ship. I was like, I don't know. I was so into it for a second. Why can't I click this link? There we go. Okay. Oh, I opened it 4 times. Why can't I click this link? Meanwhile, I'm clicking the link. Okay. Okay, let's unmute this bad boy. Oh, it's not music. Wow. Oh my god. This is so cool. 116 pages. I'm gonna read this. Oh my god. About the author. I scrolled. Obviously, I'm not gonna read 116 pages on stream. Right? Actually, we could do a little reading time. Maybe not right now, because I don't want to be up that late, even though I'm already having so much fun. This is so cool. This is so cool. You guys? Oh, sorry. I started so late. You guys remember Too Many Cooks? That really creepy video that I only ever saw one time in my life. I think it's Adult Swim. I'm not even sure. Oh, am I frozen? Why is haha it's all good pinned right now? Okay, we're just gonna pin it for 20 minutes, I guess. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what's going on. 'Cause I'm frozen. I don't know. My Twitch stream manager is reading as frozen, but OBS is not reading as frozen. So, am I frozen? I don't know. Wait, what were we just talking about? What did you remember? It had something to do with oh, I'm not. Okay, that's cool. I guess the Twitch thing is just frozen. I like brought something up and said, "Do you guys remember Too Many Cooks?" Oh, I was like, "What was I talking about?" I got so distracted. Yeah. So that song gets stuck in my head all the time. Too many cooks, but it scared the shit out of me. I think I was just like too high, too paranoid, and I was like, I never want to watch that again. But I sing it to myself all the time. And right now, I have 3 library books. I'm only halfway through one of them. I gotta read the other 2. I started reading this book. Let me tell you, it's interesting as fuck. It is super interesting. Um, Long story short, the Nazis were drugged the fuck out. They were drugged up, strung out hoes. That's why they were winning the war for so long. Because they were on drugs. So they would stay up for 3 days and attack relentlessly, and they could function without eating and sleeping because they were on drugs. It's really crazy. But I'm only halfway through that book. I have 2 more. The follow up book to that is called Tripped, and it's about the CIA using LSD in their experiments. I'm really excited about that one. The only reason that I started reading this book is because it's the precursor to the other book. Because I was just at the library one day and I saw Tripped, and I was like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh my god, this looks really good. And then my friend looked it up and she's like, oh, that's the second book. So I was like, okay, I'll read the first one. So I have 3 library books. And then my therapy office, not mine, where I go. I shouldn't, that sounded like I'm a therapist or something. Um, they have free books, like a free book cart, and I took 4 books, and they were like, whoa. And my therapist was like, you have to bring them back after you read them. And I was like, yeah, sure. Then a month later, the books were still on the book cart. I'm like, okay, clearly nobody fucking wants them. I'm not gonna bring them back, probably. So I have to read those. And then I stumble upon my fucking book collection, and I got a shit ton of books that I've never read. I got so many books, but I'm obsessed with the library, and I love going to get more books. I'm still kind of off spiritual stuff, but I do tarot now. It's my job, finally. Um, yeah, I work at a little shop and I do tarot. So that's cool. I don't know. I did this event. It was so cute. I did an event for senior night, like high school seniors, and they had technically already graduated. So when I called them high schoolers, they were like, "No, we're not high schoolers anymore." And it's like, yeah, you are though. You are high schoolers, especially to me. They also thought I was in my early 20s, so must be doing something right. I thought that was really sweet, but they were completely amazed at every 10-minute reading that I gave them, and it it's sure it's validating, I guess, but I just was really iffy about doing that because um, kids, kids. I feel weird about reading cards for kids, but they were good sports and it was cool. So I am majorly still off the spiritual stuff. Um, or I guess I just can't find my footing anymore. But what I was thinking is I just always acquire vapes somehow. My cousin gave me this one. But when this dies, it's only got 2 bars on it. When it dies, I want to try to do like 30 days of no substances. I don't smoke weed anymore. I can't. I smoke weed and I start to get really scared of like Elon Musk. And it's like, that's not even paranoia. That's like legitimate fear, but that's okay. So I just don't really smoke weed anymore. He ruined it for me. Um, Other things don't even work. Caffeine doesn't even work because of the meds I'm on. I can drink so much coffee. I can slam an energy drink. There was one day I was at a con and I had like 2, 3 energy drinks. It doesn't even get me hype. It's like actually really annoying. Because sometimes I do want to get hype. I want to be, you know, but I can't. So I was thinking of doing 30 days substance free. So like I said, I already quit smoking. Um, I do drink. I had a drink earlier today, but I just had one. So I drink, but not a lot. And I think it would be easy to not drink because I didn't drink for so long in my life, hardly at all. It's just become such not. I shouldn't say such a habit because I don't drink every day or anything. It's become very normal for me to drink. Um, Probably because I don't smoke. So sometimes at the end of the day, like instead of where I would smoke weed to unwind and relax, I sometimes have a drink. Or if I'm out, I'll have a drink. Which again is a bit unusual for me. This is the most I've drank since I was like a teenager or in my early 20s, I guess. Um, I don't get drunk that often. I was kind of getting drunk like every weekend. Crazy. Like, where is this coming from? It's so weird. Um, I kind of like put down all my hobbies and picked up drinking. That's terrible. So I think the vape is going to be the hardest thing to quit. But I only bought one vape in the last year and a half. Like I said, I just acquire them. People are like, "Oh, this is dying. I don't want this anymore." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so wasteful." Like, not only is it a bunch of plastic and a battery that's already wasteful, but y'all aren't even finishing them and just tossing that shit and be like, "Oh, it doesn't hit hard enough." Like, that's fucking crazy. So I acquire a lot of vapes. But I just figure maybe if I do no substances, I feel like it doesn't even count because I'm on meds. It's not gonna work the way I want it to. But I figure kind of get maybe in touch with my spirituality by being clear headed, even though generally I am. So I feel like even though caffeine doesn't work, maybe I'd not drink caffeine for the month as well. That would be really hard because I like to have an occasional pop. And I typically drink coffee every day. I can drink decaf. Like I said, it doesn't actually affect me. So like what difference does it make? It's just like the ritual nature of it. But then like tea has caffeine in it. Even green tea has caffeine. The only thing that doesn't is herbal tea. Which I was always under the impression that green tea did not have caffeine, but it does have trace amounts of caffeine in it. So yeah, I want to try that. I might wait till the fall, winter even. I don't know. Summertime, I want to go sit on the patio and have drinks with my friends. Am I strong enough? Maybe I'll start with a week. Like the week I quit vaping, I'll just be like, I'm gonna quit everything for just a week. See how that goes. Um, I'm not really sure if it's gonna bring me any closer to my spiritual goals. But yeah, I guess I still am a bit lost on the spiritual stuff. But I have done, because I had this kind of like, I don't know, moment, realization where I was like, I had the constant chatter of my mind and was always praying to God or talking to the universe or communing with the dead, right? And now that the chatter turned off, I'm like, was I really doing that stuff? Or was I just a crazy person? I don't know. I do miss being insane though, I'll tell you that much. This shit's boring as hell, I swear to God. I had so much more confidence in everything when I was just crazy. Um, and maybe I had nothing to be confident about. But shit, it felt way better than this. Um, but since getting the tarot job, I have done the medium readings, and they've been good. Like people liked them, and I've helped. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's legit. I'm really doing that shit. Um, yeah, yeah. So whatever works. Um, yeah, yeah. trying to get back into it. I just got scared. I got scared about hell, and I still don't know how to feel about it. I don't think about it as much. Um, I think we probably talked about this last time I streamed, where I ate an edible and I got scared and was seeing the devil and was like, oh my god, I'm in hell, going to hell, blah blah blah. And it was basically like this edible, homemade, so it was probably like who knows how many milligrams. Because I'm the type of person who could eat 60 and just be chilling, like not even dysfunctional, just chilling. So this was probably more than 60 milligrams of an edible. I ate the whole cookie. I should not have eaten the whole cookie. Um, it made me super paranoid and scared. And now every time I smoke weed, it's kind of like that. It was so funny. I saw this clip of Alana Glazer's stand up, and she was like talking about how she gets anxiously paranoid every single time she smokes and just works her way through it and then enjoys the high. And I'm like, I could never. I did never, like, no way, dude. I think it also is like when I was smoking like all day, every day, I'd be, if I was in a good mood, I wouldn't just like feel a need to smoke. But if I was starting to get irritated or something, I would smoke. And I feel like if I'm in a bad mood, it probably makes my mood better. But if I'm in a good mood, it probably makes my mood worse. I don't know. I don't know. Um, so, so yeah. I'm just manifesting money. Manifesting money. I'm getting ash everywhere. Um, yeah. So hopefully it comes back. You never know. You never know. You never know. But it's not going to happen if I don't try. It will not happen if I do not try. So I'm at the point where I'm like willing to try anything. To kind of feel like myself again. So we will see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And I think no substances would be pretty legit. I also, oh, I can't show you this. It has titties. I guess I could show you like this. Did this really cool photo shoot 12 years ago. And then I made it into a collage. Pretty cool. I like this. It's a little tore up, a little beat up. But It's cool. It's cool. So yeah. Anyway, we've been chit-chatting for 30 minutes. So I think I'll bust out some tarot. Sorry if you're still here, Dom. I know you're not a huge fan, but we're gonna do it. I had brought this deck to my friend's parents' house and left it there in 2023. 2023. And I had seen my friend, but I hadn't seen her parents. And finally, we were all in the same room again. They brought him. So I haven't had this deck. I thought I would never see it again. I was like, oh, it's whatever. You know, like somebody could have taken it. They said, oh, I don't remember what this is. Go ahead and you can have it. They remembered. They held on to it for me. Good people. Never used them. I told her to. You know, I was like, oh, you should check them out. They're cool. I don't remember if they're like technically oracle cards because it's definitely not tarot. So I think it might be some kind of like oracle cards, but I keep all my cards in Crown Royal bags, not boxes. So, I don't know. But y'all probably remember these. I use them a lot when I have them. And it's fun. I have the cards, these little cards I made. So cute. Yeah, the things that I miss kind of about being so deeply spiritual is, you know, not even in like a cocky way, but I used to be able to just come up with things on the spot, wisdom, you know. For example, these cards. It was so cute. I was working at this shop. Must have been 2022, 2023. I worked there. And I think I only had my little makeshift deck. It's not nearly a full. It's like 8 cards, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards. And I wrote random shit on here. Just wrote random stuff. And this probably 17-year-old girl, I like pulled cards for her. She's like, I want to make a deck like that. And I was like, you should. And she's like, how did you come up with what to write on there? Did you use Pinterest or something? And I was like, oh my god, you're so adorable. No, I just made some shit up. To like, little baby kitty over here. Do you see her? The little kitty? That's a kitty. So I inspired her, but I never saw her again either, so I don't know if she ever did it. But I just liked that I used to be able to, I guess I was channeling, you know. It's just so turned off lately. Red rock, let's see. There you go, out in the cold, 'cause they said you ain't shit when really you're gold. Sometimes it's good not to do what you're told. Nice. Unhappy Castle. Oh shit, this is really, really hard to read. For something fall when for nope, I have no idea. This got really smudged. This is like impossible to read. For something fall when weakness is peril. I don't know, that doesn't even make sense. No idea what that says. The point of being king in an unhappy castle. Oh, it's one of those, you just infinitely read it. Pretty cool. whatever it says. I'm sure it was great at the time. So, yeah, these cards are cute. I'm gonna have to. I think I want to get a full deck of cards and like do that. These are kind of like just random cards I collected. Honestly, they're probably all from Rocky Horror Picture shows. I just pick them up off the floor after everybody throws them. Like I'm like a little crow. Yeah, so these are those were in this bag. But this is the deck that I'm fucking talking about. Remember the mandalas? Super cool. I remember when I had the rainbow light on, and I don't know if it'll work because it's so bright in here. Yeah, a little bit. Um, the rainbow light would make it look like the mandalas were moving. I love this. Oh, you have no idea. I love this deck. I honestly didn't think I would ever get it back again, which I should have had faith. But like I said, I thought maybe they want to keep them. Maybe somebody they gave them away. I don't know. It was so long without them, and I was like, damn, I missed that deck. Especially gotten the job, I was like, damn, I really wish I had these at work. Um, so super fucking cool. So we're gonna pull some cards from this deck. I don't remember being so clumsy with these. I'm gonna. Oh, laptop is dying, I think, because it just got real dim. Gonna plug that in real quick. I told myself I would stream until my laptop died, but I literally just started reading, so we're gonna plug it in. Don't look. Okay. Okay. Hi. I just do general readings. Wow. Hey, everyone. These nuts 69 class act. I just pulled these cards, so I would say take a listen. Cool. First things first. No bottom of the deck. Yeah, you came right at the beginning. Like I just pulled these cards, so perfect timing. Perfect timing. This is crazy. No bottom of the deck. So we are not starting from anything. I like to say the base of the reading is, but we're just kind of going in blind here. Now, oh, this one moved. Initiation. Do you stream these nuts? What do I call you? Oh, knees duts. I didn't even notice. That's even funnier. Knees duts. Goofball. What do I call you? Knees or duts? Um, so I set the deck down and a card slid, so I turned it over. I wanted to honor it. And I like putting the cards back like proper. I dropped that one, so we'll go with that one too. I like to put them back proper, so I did flip it over. And it is evolution. Okay. So at this time, I would say that we are not there yet. I think that's kind of. I thought that said twat. The right way? Is that like a right wing thing? Alt right thing? Or I don't know. Anyway, um, evolution is the card that was face down. So, not quite there yet. Needs a little more focus. Needs to be um, like worked on. And now I split the deck of me of universal healing. There is a lack of progress right now. You could see it in the world as it is. You could see it in yourself. There's a lack of progress. In order to evolve, which we are not doing right now, there is no evolution right now. In order to get to that place, you have to have compassion. And if you are someone who has any empathy in your heart, and you can sympathize with other people, and you can lift up other people, that universal compassion is you needing to reflect that back upon yourself. Because for whatever reason, it's a lot easier to lift people up, even if we're getting ourselves down. So let that be a lesson. If you do want to see that growth happen, you need to be able to allow yourself the growth, essentially. Um, these two, I think, make a good pair. I like these. We have commitment and initiation. Um, in order to get to the next level, to start the evolution, to become what you're seeking, you have to be committed to becoming it, right? There needs to be a commitment to the change, to the growth. And I don't even think it's easier said than done. I think it's easily done, but we're held back by things like fear, judgment, um, failure, even. You know, you fail at it once and you no longer want to commit to it. Or even just like the changing of the tides, right? You want something so bad and then one day you don't want it anymore. Um, if you really, really want something, I think it's easy to commit to it. But if you aren't really sure and you're not totally understanding why you were going after it in the first place, or whatever your scenario is, it's a lot harder to commit. So I think once you find the thing that you want to most commit to and what you're doing to kind of become, it will be a lot easier to commit. It will not be difficult to stick to it. You will realize that once you find that thing, right? Here we have the law of compensation and the golden rule. Golden rule in this scenario. A couple things come to mind. Have not, wait, what is it? Have not, want not? What's that? Waste not, want not? Have not, want not doesn't really make sense. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Waste not, want not? That's a good one. Waste not, want not. Appreciate every last detail. Earlier tonight, I was talking about guilty pleasures, like vamping and pickles in a pouch, things that are bad for the environment. When we start to appreciate every last bit, you know, kind of like instead of dreading filling up your gas tank, you're like, God, I'm out of gas again. I gotta spend 40 fucking dollars to fill up my gas tank. It's like, wow, I got so far on that one tank of gas. I went so many places in my car, right? Waste not, want not. I can see why you would think that doesn't really apply there, but I think it applies there. I do. I do. Um, Other golden rule. Where there's a will, there is a way. Simple, basic, but true. The universe is bountiful. This is what we're talking about with the commitment to the initiation, to level up in your evolution. Definitely. I think that's rad. Now we have some cards that fell on the floor. So whenever I have cards that fall on the floor or on my lap or just fall off the table in general, I consider them future cards, looking into the future. Now, if you are here because you have concerns in love, I see a Pisces in your future. If you are trying to work it out with a Pisces, I see a Pisces in your future. If you have yet to meet someone, I see a Pisces in your future. There's some other stuff here, but Pisces is at the top of the deck. So if that answers your question, Pisces in your future. But what does Pisces represent, right? I personally don't necessarily vibe completely with Pisces. I know a few of them that are cool. I've known some of them that are really problematic. I don't think the cliches of Pisces apply very well to any of the Pisces I have known about being kind of like airheaded dreamers, you know. If anything, the one consistency that I've seen in all Pisces is the same thing that I see in all mutable signs, and that is the ability to party and persist in the party. Party, party, party. And kind of celebratory. I feel like I've only met maybe one really miserable Pisces. One kind of miserable Pisces. Like two guys that just didn't embody joy as much. I think they're little shit talkers too. So Pisces on the surface represents like daydreaming and lovey-doveyness, and like I said, I just don't know any Pisces that are really like that. I think there's one Pisces that maybe falls into that category. I think they have a sadness about them, and that's why they seek joy and they seek thrills. This could also indicate something going on in Pisces season, which is not for almost another year. It's going to be next February, March, right? So, just a few things to think about, you know, looking for the good when times are bad. Pisces season and an actual Pisces. When I get a card face down, I say that it's what needs to be addressed or needs to come to surface. So, next card is face down. What's being revealed? Taurus. I'm a Taurus. You a Taurus? I think there's a lot of stereotypes for the signs that just don't hold up. I've met so many more stubborn people than Tauruses, man. I get it. I get it. But have you ever met a fucking Gemini, bro? Like a Virgo? Come on. Stubborn. You want to talk stubborn? Try a Leo on for size. Jesus. You know, whatever. I will say one stereotype that I see in myself is that I'm slow as fuck. I am slow. I walk slow. I don't know if I talk slow. Some people have told me I talk slow. It depends on where I'm at, though. I feel like in the Midwest, people think I talk slow, but on the West Coast, people think I talk fast. You know what I mean? I work slow. I'm a late bloomer, so I'm just slow to grow. Um, that's funny. My fishnets just snapped when I said that. I was like, woof, okay, shit. Um, so I think there is a need to slow down. Do not rush your future, especially if you are a person dealing with a Pisces and you like so badly want to be with this person. And I'm telling you that you will end up with this person. That doesn't mean you need to rush into it. Doesn't mean you need to seek out every Pisces that you match with. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it progress. Let it be slow. Um, I can't even think of anything else Tauruses represent. It's Earth though, so it's like sturdiness, stableness, rooting. So you need to find your roots. You might need to settle down. And I'm not saying that like romantically necessarily, but it's like if you move a lot, you got that nomad life going on. It's time to kind of settle down. Probably by the time Pisces season comes around, you need to pick a place and like go with it. You know what I mean? Just that kind of stuff. We got universal spirituality. Time to get back in. I think a lot of you showed up when the cards appeared, but we were talking about spirituality earlier, and I've always been a deeply spiritual person. Deeply spiritual person. And I'm not really anymore. I went into some detail about why and how I'm like trying to figure out ways to get it back. But I'm not really as spiritual anymore. So I'm assuming some of you, all of you, whoever's watching this, might also be going through the spiritual rut right now. So this is a reminder to connect to your spirituality in any way that you can, whether it is going to church or praying to God or writing things down, manifesting it, willing it, you know. Um, it will come. It will come. Remember, these are future cards. You will get it back. It is coming. So, be not afraid. Speaking of guardian angel. Now, I wouldn't usually say this. I'm just getting the feeling. If there's someone in your life who's maybe sick, elderly, it doesn't have to be, but I just think it will be an expected death in your life. It's not going to be shocking or untimely. I think there will be an expected death. And that is what is going to blossom your spirituality, because you will have a new guardian angel. That's just the feeling I get. You can't sit here and get paranoid or be mad at me and be like, nobody died. But everybody does die. And again, I don't think this is going to be some shocking, untimely thing. I think it's like if somebody's sick or just getting up there in age, like they will pass. And you will see that they lived a full life. You will see that they came to terms with it before you did. And you will be very in touch with them. And that is what's going to bring you back to your spirituality. That's what's going to be your guidance and your grounding, is having this guardian angel. So, yeah. We got Aquarius, which does come after Pisces. Oh my God, we got the other guardian angel card. Maybe an Aquarius? That's intense. That's intense. And like that's what I was saying is I'm not always inclined to say that when I get the guardian angel card. So I feel like somebody is dealing with like a person in that state of on their way, you know. As much as you want to think they'll get better, they can beat this, they might not. And that's okay. Everybody's got to go sometime. It is what it is, you know. I miss my grandma all the time. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's interesting about this is like two guardian angels and Aquarius in the middle. So you might be dealing with an Aquarius. It might be an Aquarius person that passes. Um, Timeline wise, Aquarius is before Pisces, so I'm not sure that it really would be a timeline because it went Pisces Aquarius and not Aquarius Pisces. Um, so we could be talking about Aquarius season, but we were just discussing Pisces season, so like I'm not sure it's that. Um, but think about Aquarius. So Aquariuses are very hard to control, cannot be tamed, super independent. I think a lot of Aquarius stereotypes do ring true. They are weird, you know, they're weird. Um, Even like your most straight laced, professional, normal, seemingly normal business people that are Aquariuses have like this secret weirdo side. You know, I have a friend like that. She's like a big fucking boss lady, running shit, travels and has business meetings and like tons of employees, you know. But she also has like weird corn decor in her house. You know what I'm saying? Like she just has this secret side that probably never shows when she's at work. But she's still like strange and she's into strange things, you know. Um it's it's just the way they are. Some people wear that on their sleeve, but Aquarius doesn't always wear it. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't just be outwardly weird. They're more inwardly weird, you know. Um but they still do a decent job of expressing themselves in one way or another. They'll still speak their mind. Even if it's not what they want to be sharing, they'll share it, right? So, you know, you know, you know. Um just thinking about how I have a glass full of water to water plants with. And I'm like, I should be drinking out of that. Fucking glass is way better than plastic. Don't you think? I don't know. I'd rather drink tap water than drink out of water bottles, though. Anyway, Guardian Angels sandwiched between Aquarius. That is interesting. I don't want to say you'll lose two people because, like I said, the Guardian Angel card isn't usually just death associated. I just got that feeling. You know, I'm sorry to say, I did get that feeling. Um, so it could be two people. I have a friend whose grandma passed away. She was like in hospice or something, or in the hospital, and she came home, and she passed away in her home. Literally a day later, I believe, a day later, her grandpa passed. And you couldn't ask for anything more. They never really had to live without each other. He went up to take a nap one day. He was depressed as fuck. His wife died. Went up to take a nap and just never came back down. And I think that's really sad because then the family's going through double loss, but it's also very beautiful. So I think that there will be a connection to the person you lose. They might be deeply connected to someone who's already gone. There we go. Okay. Okay. Not gonna touch it.
Hi. Oh, the baby. Who's the baby? Who's the baby? Baby. Look at your boots. You got your shoes on. You got your shoes on. Sweet girl. She's a sweet girl. She's a sweet girl.
Oh, ads are over. Okay. Mic is on. Mic is working. Ads are over. We are good. I got a little baby incense. Like that. It's coconut. I love coconut. Love coconut. Love to eat it. Love to smell like it. Love to drink it. Love to smell it. Love coconut so much. Top tier scent. Okay. As for the Aquarius, like I was saying, we could be talking about a timeline. It does feel a little more unlikely that it would be a timeline because, like I said, we went from Pisces to Aquarius. It might be an Aquarius that has already passed on. So you'd have to like know the people in your life's birthdays. But it's someone with like the guardian angel vibe. So I also don't want to be like, this Aquarius in your life is going to die. It could already be someone who's passed. But it's definitely not like I think the Pisces was potentially a love situation. The Aquarius is not. Aquarius is not. This is a guide for sure. You know what I mean? So I don't have any other hints. Now, here's what's interesting. The next card we have is Universal Forgiveness. You might fight with this person or fought with this person, and they may have not actually been good to you. It might be someone that you feel you do not have a connection to in their death. Whether they have already passed or they pass in this future timeline, you will come around to realizing, oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, yes, yeah. So we have universal forgiveness. You will come around to realizing one of two things. One, death will change you. Like you, the person who dies. You see things differently. You shed all of the illusion of the human world as we know it. And you become one with the universe, right? You return in death. So a lot of people after they die don't stay evil, they don't stay bitter, they don't stay counting score. They have a new understanding of life. And you know what I will say? Sorry, going back to your comment that you're interested in Aquarius, you might be very guided to this Aquarius, or they might be a very protected person. I think seeing them surrounded by angels honestly could go either way. It could be your angels trying to protect you from this person, or it could be their angels always protecting them. Kind of, you know what I mean? It could go either way. But I think there's like, in order to know, right? You have to work through maybe, like you said, you have an ex friend who's an Aquarius. You have to work through sort of like the karma you have with that sign, um, and work out the past before you can like fully dive into the future. But we have universal forgiveness. So, like I said, people change in death, and they are worthy of forgiveness when they are gone. But what I like to remind people or tell people when it comes to universal forgiveness, if you feel you are worthy of forgiveness, then you must believe that other people are worth forgiving. If you want your slate wiped clean, if you want to be able to start over, there we go. Okay. I don't know where I left off. Um, I'm sure we were already talking about forgiveness. So I'm glad you caught it though. Thank you. Sometimes I'll be talking and it's just like lurkers and they don't say anything. And the sound will cut out when someone comes in. They're like, hey, you're muted. It's like, oh my God, how long did I talk without saying anything? Um, so if you feel entitled to being forgiven, you have to learn how to forgive, is what I was saying. I don't know what got cut off. Um, if you feel that you deserve for people to accept your apologies, then you need to be one to accept apologies. It is what it is. Now, we do want to extend that to other people. We also want to recognize in ourselves that we are worthy of our own forgiveness. If we do have the capacity to forgive other people, then we ultimately have the capacity to forgive ourselves. We cannot constantly shame ourselves. We cannot hold things against us. We have to be able to forgive ourselves in the same way that we are able to forgive other people, which we have to do if we want to truly be forgiven. So that is universal forgiveness. We got Trinity. Trinity. This always feels like such a religious card to me. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, baby, you know? But I don't think it's that simple. I'm trying to remember, because like I said, I haven't read this deck in like 2 years. But when I was reading it all the time, there was a thing about it was a Trinity spot. And it's like the opposite of a black hole, where you enter into the Trinity and things increase, multiply, move through, and just increasingly get better. Whereas like the black hole is a vacuum, it destroys things, matter kind of disappears. But yeah, it was something about a Trinity spot. I do remember that. So as you move through these things, ascending to your evolution, learning to forgive, allowing people to guide you, that's when you'll find your Trinity spot. Because again, these are all the future cards. These are the cards that fell off the desk. These ones, these are future cards. So you'll find your Trinity spot where things start happening for you. Um, it's not something you have to manifest, it's something that just happens. So you'll notice that the more you move on from a situation or even get involved in a situation, or I should even say re involve yourself in a situation, you will notice that things expand and grow and multiply. We have universal harmony. These are all getting good. These are getting really good. Yes? Okay. I'll be right there. I promise. Okay. Universal harmony is kind of like it's all coming together. Things becoming synchronized. It goes really well with the Trinity spot. I know. Hi. Hey. It's been so long. I've been talking about that tonight. I don't have a setup right now. It just got too annoying what I was doing. But I'm in my old spot. So I'm like, I'm gonna stream this week because I'm here this week. So, yeah, and I think my camera quality is not that bad. My webcam just died one day. I don't know, stopped working. And this is my laptop webcam. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe it's like the lighting, but yeah. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Yeah, the universal harmony is shit coming together. It's gonna work out really nice. It's just gonna take a lot of time and effort. It's gonna take a lot longer at this point to get to where you want to be than you want it to, because everybody wants instantaneous results and immediate action and yada yada yada. But this is going to take some time, but the payoff will be well worth it. So some things you need to focus on in the future: unity, community, working together with other people. If you're like a highly independent person or an antisocial person, in order to maintain the things you're given, you have to be able to share it with other people. You do. And you also need to reconcile in yourself and be your own best friend. You do. Universal truth. I'm bad at accepting the truth. I am. I, for so long, spent so much of my life so paranoid that I could never really determine what was real and what wasn't. And I feel like even though I'm a lot less paranoid now, the result is kind of like not accepting truth for what it is, thinking there's more to it, thinking there's other options, thinking, like I'm not good at accepting the truth. And I got a hunch you're not either. So as you go, you're going to have to learn to accept things for what they are, regardless of how good it is, regardless of how badly you want it. Like, it doesn't matter. Truly, it is what it is. There are other universal truths, but I feel like that's really what this is about. Universal freedom. The thing about freedom is everybody wants it. Nobody knows how to get it, right? These are unprecedented, trying times right now. I think a lot of us are questioning the very principles of freedom at this point in time. And we are wondering how long that's going to last in a lot of ways. But universal freedom is allowing yourself to be free but also realizing other people are equally free as you, right? You can't control someone. You can't like want to be autonomous over yourself without respecting the autonomy of other people. So you might kind of be at this point of don't tell me what to do, but do as I say. And in the future, you're going to have to reckon with that. You're going to have to recognize that in yourself, where you get to this good spot, things are happening, things are going good, you're getting what you want, you get a little too used to it, to the point you start demanding it, that kind of thing. You got to get over that. That's another huge thing you got to work through. And the last card we have is Sagittarius. Fire, passion, insanity. Could be a timeline, but this would be like 2027 Sagittarius, right? Because we're talking about after Aquarius, after Pisces, that'd be like 10 months later. Sagittarius is in November, most of December. So, could be a Sagittarius, could be the principles of Sag. Again, I think all the mutable signs are kind of party animals and crazy, if I'm being honest. There's a few that break those rules. I know a straight edge guy that's a Gemini. He's a mutable sign. But Sagittarius is like to party, so remember to have fun. Life can't all be serious. Oh, Pisces again. I don't know about this Aquarius you're pursuing. I think there's a Pisces out there for you. I'm just saying. We have law of frequency and we got evolution again. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Sure. But your vibe also attracts your truest form. Your mindset shapes your reality. You know, we know these things, but you're just being reminded of them. So, that's it. I'm saying. I don't know the person, but just the vibe I'm getting. I'm gonna put these away, because I'm actually getting so tired. It was almost like I got halfway through the reading and I was like, damn, I'm tired. But it's late. It's after midnight for me. I don't know what time zone y'all are in. But I might be back around this time tomorrow. And then I'll probably be back again Tuesday. And then I probably won't stream Wednesday. And then I'll likely stream on Thursday. Of course, yeah. And then I'm thinking I'll stream Friday. And that'll be it for now, for a little bit. I might try to stream more when I'm home. But like I said, I'm just having a hard time not having my own carved out space to do it. You know me, I've always had a setup. Always have my shit ready. Tarot cards on deck. Art everywhere. Like, those are my paintings, right? So, it's hard. I don't have that right now. Just with my situation. So, I haven't been wanting to stream. But I think this went really well. I lasted for more than an hour, which is longer than I thought I would do a 30-minute stream. And then a bunch of my friends showed up. Got some new people show up. It was worth it. So, subscribe, share, like. You don't really do any of that on Twitch. But if you're watching the replay on YouTube, you do. So, cool. My incense is almost out. My candle's been burning. I think I'm gonna go, you guys. It's just that time. But like I said, I'll be back the next few nights. Maybe, yeah, probably tomorrow. Like I said, probably tomorrow. But, yeah. Happy Pride, Free Palestine. Good luck, LA. Okay. I love you. Mwah. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again very soon.